Lockett and McDaniel, the Dukes and the Rockets. First time these programs meet one another, although these head coaches, and we're talking about Tricia Cullop, a graduate of Purdue, and Sean O'Regan, they were together at the same time at Evansville, coaching basketball programs for the Aces, and it's nice to have them reacquainted here. I asked Coach Cullop, why hasn't this game been played before? Well, they are matched up here tonight, and we are underway, and we'll give you the starting lineups in just a moment, presented to you by the Atlantic Union Bank Center. First shot of the night goes to Olivia Mullins. It is no good. And now things get really real. Here's Lockett out of Omaha, Nebraska. Inside it goes low. Kozlova defending, up and under, can't get it. Rebound follow-up, and Kozlova this time with a rebound for James Madison.
Kozlova won that battle. That's going to be a fun one to watch tonight. Two big kids battling inside.
Novorosky coming off an injury. Coach Cullop very pleased to have her back in the middle to kind of gum things up. McDaniel, Steph Oderkirk, the local product for James Madison. The handoff goes to Mullen. Kozlova, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Outside, not really where Kseniia takes many shots, but she hits that one.
She wasn't paying attention there, Kurt. I didn't know if she saw the time clock.
Comes right in, has some Puerto Rican national team experience under her belt as well. Here's McDaniel on the drive. Right-handed layup is good.
Nice take by McDaniel. She saw the open lane and went for it.
Garcia hands off, and we get a travel.
She is from just a suburb of Toledo. I hear they call her the mayor of Rossford.
Okay. Elevation, and Kseniia Hazel.
Nice take by Hazel.
Hazel with 17 points to lead all players here on Monday night. What I liked about Kseniia's game on Monday, as did Coach O'Regan, she did not take a bad shot. Garcia shows you she can hit from the outside as she drains that one.
Great look by Garcia.
Garcia hit 30 three-pointers on 81 attempts last year, so a 37% shooter.
And she's got good size. She matches up well inside. She's going against Kozlova defensively right now. Both teams in man.
Kozlova with the drive against Garcia. And Garcia is down. She took one to the ribs, and they're going to stop the clock. Was the head coach with the Aces for 8 seasons. And that did overlap the time in which Sean O'Regan was starting his career as he was working with the Purple Aces on the men's side,
I believe. Yes.
8-2 James Madison. Lockett. Skip pass, right side. Inside it goes with Goss. Cook off the glass. Good move there by the interior player, Jessica Cook, at 6'2", a junior out of Clay, New York.
Beautiful power move by Cook. Nice, strong take to the basket against Kozlova. Didn't back down.
Hazel looking inside. Now drops it inside to Oderkirk. Oderkirk, fadeaway shot. Good.
Coach O must be happy with the start. See if his team can keep it going.
Cook on the high post, gets harassed. The open player and drained in from the right corner. Goss hits it. As Sterling, a sophomore from Kennesaw, Georgia. And Barnes, a transfer, originally from Norfolk, Virginia, attended Lake Taylor High School, the Titans, and then went to Trinity Valley Community College. And there's the first 3 of the night.
Quick hands by Wiard.
Wired out to the top of the key. 1:29 to go in the opening quarter. Crowd getting into it a bit here at the Atlantic Union Bank Center. Jumping it off. Nice pass, but unable to finish.
Beautiful look.
Novorosky
just off the mark a little bit.
Hazel dribbles through the crowd, loses the handle, but collects the ball, goes to Goodman. Goodman steps back. She is fouled. A 45% free throw shooter last year, hit only 18 of 40 on the season.
I don't think that's her favorite place to shoot from.
Dribbles a couple of times. Not a whole lot of bend in the knees, so misses them both, and stepping right in front was Lockett. And we get a travel violation.
Carol Miller just checked in for the Dukes, number 11, transfer from right across the Blue Ridge from UVA.
Carol Williams will check back in for James Madison, transfer out of the College of Charleston. So she played for the Dukes when both teams were in the Colonial Athletic Association. Charleston's still there. Cook takes the open jumper.
Can't leave Jessica Cook open. She's a great shooter.
Drop that one right in the pot, and it makes it a 13-9 ball game as the first quarter starts to close on us. Sterling turns the corner. Shot clock is in effect, but after the loss of the basketball, now it'll turn off. Quickly down the floor. Lockett called for steps again.
Oderkirk's going to toss it in, so I would imagine they're going to look for McDaniel.
She does get the screen, throws it up at the end of the first quarter. No good. Oderkirk nearly got there for the putback, but can't control it. And that's the way the first quarter will end. James Madison with a 4-point lead. He's now the head coach in his first season at Furman University, and the Purple Paladins began his career with a win last night over UNC Asheville, 71-61. So Pierre's still wearing purple. Mullen back on the floor for JMU. Williams over to Oderkirk in the corner. This is McDaniel. McDaniel has Lockett on her, and now they switch off. Oderkirk takes a tumble. McDaniel into the paint. The step back just off the mark. Oderkirk slides on in. Off the floor she comes. She gets the stick back. Lockett from the top of the circle. In and out it goes. That was a great shot. Open look. Just didn't tumble down. Here's Mullins. Oderkirk will step into one. Nope, she gets called for the travel. I think it was from Detroit to New York into Charlotte, and then bust over the hour here to Harrisonburg. Across the timeline, she carries it. Inside, Kozlova, one-on-one. Kozlova spins, and two hands, the shot goes up. Also rejoining the fray is Annalicia Goodman, playing in her 72nd career game tonight.
I believe you're right, the Dukes are in a zone.
Garcia chucks that one up and misses.
They were giving her the open look, though. I'm not sure I'd leave her open much longer.
Well,
she's a great shooter.
This one of the accomplishments of this team last year, beating Michigan when it was ranked 14th in the country, and a bucket for Mullins. That was
nice look by Mullins. Nice confident move there. Nice confident shot.
That win against Michigan was on the road last year, and Garcia was very instrumental in that as she pumped in 14 points and grabbed 7 rebounds. Now they'll have the Wolverines return the favor. Will be coming to Toledo here during the non-conference portion of the schedule.
I would love to watch that game.
The Scotsman, Garcia, in and out again. She claps like, darn, can't get that one to fall. So the Dukes, as long as they're not shooting well,
they can get away with that zone. That's
exactly,
right.
Yeah. Hazel wraps that pass on the baseline. Mullen. Kozlova comes out to set the screen. They switch off. Conowitz
was there.
That's
a beautiful look.
And a nice finish for Annalicia Goodman.
I like the way Mullins has started out.
And she said, oh, yeah, by all means she would, because there are not but so many opportunities to play a high-level brand of basketball in Nebraska. It's either Creighton or Nebraska. So school comes talking, and so with that, Lockett becomes a Rocket.
Quinesha wanted to get a little further away, apparently. I'd like to see her get loose here tonight.
Well, there's always a chance of that, of course. Dukes with a 23-11 lead will not expand. Oh, maybe it will. It's the putback.
Kozlova with excellent position underneath offensive board.
Kozlova, a hard worker, she got her ankle rolled that time as an offensive rebound for the Rockets. That's been kind of rare. Another three-point try. That is launched by Wiard and off the mark. 5 for 27, 1 out of 12 on threes.
And the Dukes are boxing out really well. Must be out rebounding Toledo at this point.
Step back and dropping it in. Good play there by Hazel. That was a beautiful move. When she stepped back, Missy.
For Kseniia Lockett.
Yeah, that is her second foul. You're right, Missy. And in the first half of play. Garcia, 5:34 now.
And Lockett still not on the scoreboard. Garcia cannot find the bucket.
Rockets have been limited to just 2 points here in this frame. It was 13-9 after one quarter. Goodman, strong move, got up underneath. Got rejected by the bottom of the rim, but she also picks up some good contact, so she'll go back to the right now. I think we're seeing some of the benefits of the fact that the Dukes are playing their second game of the season. And you look across the country, and it happens quite frequently.
And Toledo traveled very well because they have a kid from right across the Blue Ridge from Ruckersville, number 12, Ella Weaver. I hope we can see her tonight. I'm sure half of her high school's here.
Well, she finished fifth all time with the Dragons. And there's the scoring drought ends. Mikanowicz scoring in, ranked fourth in the MAC in rebounding last year at 8.2 points per game and had 5 double-doubles a year ago.
How impressive is that to have those rebounding stats for 5'10", 5'11"?
It's named to the all-tournament team. They won the MAC. They won the regular season for the second consecutive year. And there is Oderkirk, number 33, dropping in 3. Wiard swinging around. Lockett down in low. One-on-one. Cook goes up and can't get it to fall. Miller with the rebound for the Dukes. Mullen accelerates. Drops it in for Goodman. Easy bucket.
Lockett needs to be careful. She could have picked up a third foul right there. And she traveled again. I'll be darned.
And here's another stat for you. 29 boards for the Dukes. 19 for Toledo. If you're in double figures, for the margin at this point of the game,
that's a big difference right there.
Down to 7 seconds. Kozlova might drop in a 3. No, she's going to try to get it inside. But anticipating it was Lockett takes the 3. And that one nearly goes in, but that's the way the first half will end here at the Atlantic. Back into the action here in the first possession owned by the Toledo Rockets from the Mid-American Conference. There are 12 of these matchups, and we've got the top 2 reigning champs of their respective leagues here tonight, and that is the first bucket of the evening for Lockett.
That was a great move to the basket. Good help defense by Kozlova, but great bucket. Finally got one to drop for Lockett.
Lockett averaged 17.9 points, 4.9 rebounds last year while shooting at 45%, 30% on three-pointers. Inside, Kozlova again lays it up and in.
Nice look. Kozlova continuing to dominate.
By the way, the 13 points the Dukes allowed in that first half. Last year, the fewest given up in any half was 15 points. That was to Division II Millersville.
McDaniel fought for that rebound. Great rebound.
Good look by Oderkirk, and Kozlova can't finish. Skying up high. She is stripped of the basketball, but fouled in the process. Came in January a couple years ago.
Very solid. Oh, that might be her first missed free throw this season. Heat it back up.
Kozlova 5 for 7 from the floor tonight. Down inside it goes. This is Cook. Jessica turns, shoots. Mullen with the ball. Hard off the backboard. Lockett finds the possession. Lockett working against Hazel. Gets her up in the air. But so much. They'll reset things as Wiard will run the show. An assist to turnover ratio, 7th in the country last year, 2.72.
Jessica Cook, that's her 8th point. Very strong player. She's not scared to take it inside against Kozlova.
4 out of 7 as a team, 9 out of 40.
Suddenly the intensity has picked up immensely.
Well, I think we anticipated that, expecting it. As Kozlova hits the floor, so does Cook. A whistle and a foul. Wiard second on the team here in the third quarter. And when she was with Middle Tennessee State, they went all the way to the WNIT semifinals. In low. Goodman tried to defend without fouling, but this time she fouls. Last season due to an injury, and in 21-22 she was the MAC 6th Player of the Year white coat as a nurse.
That's right.
That's a pretty cool thing to do on the basketball floor. Yeah.
Coach Cullop spoke very, very super happy to have her back on the squad.
Scored 1,790 points as a Scholastic athlete. Here's a little run out.
McDaniel with the air ball.
Wiard launches the tray. Boom. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Anticipated. The Rockets have started to heat things up.
Wiard, a 32% three-point shooter last year, closes the gap to 15. Mullen.
Toledo still in their man. Great help defense. See how the offside is really cheating in.
Oderkirk tries to dump it off. Stolen away. Good shot. I don't care when it is in the shot clock. Take it. He's okay with doing that. And a second effort, she certainly can hit that.
I've seen her nail that.
USA, all USA girls basketball first team before she became a collegiate athlete.
Beautiful form.
Transferred out of Indiana, former Hoosier. Ball stolen away, Wiard on a poor pass on the inbound. And this time, Amira Williams gets it. It's a jump ball. The Dukes will get the board. Hazel driving is blocked from behind. Rebound, Goodman puts it up and she draws contact. But the temperatures have been, other than 2 weeks ago today when it was,
a little cold snap.
Got down to the teens at night.
Beautiful fall, football weather.
Yeah, but it's been nice.
Lockett, nice hands.
Lockett, she can get up now in a hurry. She's got some spring in those legs of hers, and there she gets up with a three-pointer.
Up to 5 for Lockett.
All of her points here in the second half was held without a bucket in the opening stanza.
If she gets her average in the second half, that's going to be scary for the Dukes.
Averaged 17 points a game last year. Hazel circles in, drops it underneath for Goodman, and plucked away, and a foul on Williams, I think.
Probably should have pulled that one back out.
You know, when Goodman is down in there needs to be a little bit of space to work with her to get the ball to her.
She's got some big gals underneath today.
She does, yes. Yep. And quite frankly, in the Dukes' losses in league play last year, it was when the opponent had some bigs. And that's McDaniel with the rebound.
Nice D by Goodman on Novoroski.
Oderkirk.
She traveled.
Yep, taking an extra step.
And Jessica Cook, who has been a really solid player tonight for the Rockets.
They have rotated Cook and Novoroski, and another triple. Not only a two.
Wiard.
Wiard. Beg your pardon, just a two.
Yeah, Coach Cullop's given those two nice breaks, so they're staying fresh when they enter the game. They're ready to go.
Well, you can see the Rockets gaining some confidence here in this third quarter of play. They have done exactly what they wanted to do in the third, get right back into the game. Sterling takes a second chance.
Nice shot by the sophomore.
That's her first bucket of the night. She's only taken a couple of shots. Wiard, another three. Okay, and she says a few other words.
That's what she's used to doing, that's right.
Throw is a little long. Dukes get a little too quick for themselves at times here. Inside Kozlova. Kseniia turns. Cook blocks her down. Kseniia inside. And travel is called. Skipping the pass here to the near side. And that was off the front of the iron. McDaniel corrals it for James Madison. Bringing it up the floor, it is Mullins. Mullins to McDaniel. Flashing it inside. Kozlova tries to go over the top.
No, that wasn't there. Trying to force it into Goodman.
Wiard gets another. She is wired up now.
She is indeed.
43-37. It is indeed a challenge for both these teams.
Yes.
Sterling step back. Floats it up, no good. Lockett with a rebound. 30 seconds to go.
It's Sterling and Mullins in at the same time. trying some different combinations from the Duke's bench.
They have a lot of pieces of the puzzle to figure out.
Yes, they do.
That looked like it was on the toe. The toe was on the line, but it won't go anyway, so it won't really matter. Final second, Sterling. Peyton takes a look at the clock. Turnaround, fadeaway shot, no good.
Off the mark.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is pretty cool. So now what you've got is the women are opening up, and all of the MAC women's teams will go on the road to face a home Sunbelt team, 1 through 12. And the men here in November will do the opposite. So the JMU men, for example, tomorrow are at Kent State, and the Toledo men are at home against Louisiana on Saturday. Okay? Now in February, they'll flip, but we don't know who's playing who at that point. They'll take a look at the rankings at that time, and we'll determine who's going to play where.
That's really neat how they did that.
So we'll be back here in February for the Sunbelt MAC Challenge men's game, and who knows? It
we
could
just
be
don't know who it'll
right.
be.
Yeah, but you have a chance, as there's the three-pointer
Big
from
shot by
Garcia.
Yeah. She finally got one to drop.
There's a chance that you could end up. I mean, JMU is the preseason favorite in the Sunbelt.
Right.
You should get a pretty high-quality game here if things play out the way that things might be expected. But a lot of basketball between now and then. A 3-point ball game. 17 points has been whittled off the lead, and now's a chance to tie or pull to within one, or maybe even take the lead. For the first time, Garcia. There it is, the tie ball game. We got a new one. Dukes have been outscored out of the break. What now? 33-10. And timeout called.
Be an interesting finish to this one.
Meanwhile, for the Dukes, they have had a cold second half of shooting. 2 out of 14 in the period, while the Rockets have gone 11 for 21. So it has been a tale of two halves to speak of. The first belonged to the Dukes, the second so far by the Rockets. 13 on the shot clock. Mullins looking for the screen, gets it. She's going to break it down. Fires up, and that's off the back of the iron. Rebound, uncontested. Garcia with the floorboard. Wired.
Shot looked good from our angle, but it didn't drop.
Garcia, that's a little short. Rebound for Peyton. McDaniel has her 8th board of the night, tying Kozlova and Lockett in that category tonight. Driving, it's Hazel, gets contact. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
She's going to need her down the stretch.
Hazel at the free throw line. 68% free throw shooter last year.
She played well in that game.
You took the trip up to Columbus, did you not?
Yeah. Ironically, to Ohio State back in 1989 in the NCAA tournament.
Ball short, rebound Kozlova. The outlet comes out, it's Mullins.
The score was almost identical. It was kind of weird.
Hoda Kirk looks inside, nothing there, so she comes to Hazel. Interesting now, Hazel, the number 2 guard, and a charge is called against Kozlova. Outlet pass comes out to Wiard.
Wiard's got the hot hand.
Lockett.
Boom.
And she is up to 9 points. 2001 in her career. The 3rd in Toledo history.
Congratulations. That's quite an honor. What an accolade. Way to go, Quinesha Lockett.
And the Rockets also have their first lead of the night.
Created by none other than their star player.
Hazel will try to answer for the Dukes. Wiard comes up with a rebound. Lockett.
Yes.
She is locked in right now. Timeout, James Madison. Hazel gets it inside. McDaniel turn off the glass. 49-47. All right, this is one of the areas for James Madison. In the last 3 years, who would they go to? Kiki Jefferson.
Kiki Jefferson, absolutely.
No Kiki, transferring 5th year, taking that with the Louisville Cardinals. So this is where Coach O needs to find out who is going to be the step-up player for JMU. And Minkonowitz.
The mayor with another bucket.
Answers, yes. There's a vote for the mayor. 4-point lead. Hazel, that's a step back 2.
That's a clutch shot by Hazel. Here we go, folks. This is what it's all about.
Inside it goes. Kozlova defending. Cook turning. Shot off the mark. Rebound. Weak side. It's Mullins. Mullins looks up the floor, but the Rockets got back defensively. Hazel. O'Regan telling to reset. Backing out. High screen coming up. Kozlova. And there's an elbow.
I imagine she's going to stay in the game.
Oh, yeah. I'm not bringing her out.
I don't think Coach Cullip is either.
.11 on the shot clock. On the move is Mullins. Wiard stays with her. Hazel launches it with 3 seconds on the clock off the back of the iron. Battle for the basketball. Lockett comes out. Good defense by the Rockets not to give up anything easy, and Wiard was very key in that, staying with Hazel. Lockett gets free, drops it underneath. Cook steps back, drops it in. Hold on. And a foul was called on the play.
On Kozlova?
A bop to the head.
Got a replay here.
It was on the follow-up.
I don't know. To me, that's a good no call. Tough shot by Cook.
She'll try to complete the three-point play and make it a 5-point ball game. And she does so.
And that was a key three-point play by Jessica Cook. 5-point lead.
Timeout, Dukes.
They
60
need a bucket
seconds.
badly.
Hazel in the keyhole. Steps back, takes the open look. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, controlled. Wiard. She'll dribble it up and probably take a lot of time that she can, and fouled quickly. 8th player in program history with at least 1,000 career points and 400 career assists. Another foul for Hazel. Wiard, 1 of 3 in double-figure points tonight. This is not a surprise for Toledo, a very team effort here in this second half. Not one individual. There is a lot of parts for this Toledo Rocket team.
Oh. And JMU's having a hard time.
Must be that ending.
If you come up with a couple of key wins, it could be good for an at-large if you don't win your tournament.
Yep, good point.
Particularly during this busy time of crossover to bring us up to speed on the Toledo program.
Yeah, super nice fellow. Enjoyed meeting him today.
And of course here at James Madison, John DeLillo. .58-49. The double-double for Kozlova, the first for JMU since McDaniel did so against App State last year. Kozlova had a double-double against Texas State, and that's going to end up out.
Oderkirk looking for McDaniel, trying to open her up, and just couldn't have the handle on the ball there.
Execution.
Yes. Well, credit to the Rockets. What an incredible comeback.
Getting us ready for tonight's ball game. Our producer has been Kelly Bowmaster, director John Hodges. Thanks to all the tech crew that's here tonight. We've got a busy weekend. We've got the football game on Saturday. We'll be back here on Sunday for JMU men's basketball against Howard as they open up their home schedule. Dukes at Kent State tomorrow. And the clock will wind away. And an outstanding win for the Toledo Rockets, coming down from a 33-13 deficit at halftime and outscore the Dukes 47-16 after the break.